Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. We're going to be talking about the moon sextile or trine the ascendant in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So first thing up is, well, if you have the moon sextile or trine the ascendant in a natal chart, you may easily meet that need, which is the moon for new beginnings, which is the ascendant. Now, if the ascendant is in Taurus, as an example, new beginnings may be tied in, monetary, matters, something, ways of generating income, or could be, more of like a Taurus, type of field or profession, whether it could be, starting work as a pawnbroker, a stockbroker, banker, someone in finance, doing something with carpet laying, geology, architecture, gardening, cultivation, as some examples. And another thing about these aspects, if you have the moon sextile or trine the ascendant in a natal chart, you may readily show, that he or she, which is in Cares, which is the moon on a first impression, which is the ascendant. If the ascendant, say, is Virgo, that first impression can be one that's very cerebral, intellectual, analytical, being punctilious, with details, organized, neat, meticulous. It's really in someone that could be a little fastidious and even, but this is where you could have, these are very good aspects because you're talking about two of the three main proponents in the natal chart. The natal chart, the three main proponents are the sun, moon, and the ascendant. You have the moon sextile or trine the ascendant to be very positive for having that blending of that unconscious side, which is the moon, and the ascendant, which is the outer self. I noticed that people that have good aspects, that involve only the ascendant sun or moon, such as this aspect as an example. These aspects, they seem to have their life together, and these are very good aspects for that. The moon is the home, sun is one's life, the ascendant is how you come across to others, that first impression you make on other people, so you can understand new beginnings. This is where why you have those aspects being very favorable. Now, also too, if you have the moon sextile or trine the ascendant in a natal chart, you may easily be able to express the emotions, which is the moon, outwardly, which is the ascendant. If you have the moon in Scorpio as an example, those emotions could be very powerful and intense, but yet may be convoluted at times as well. The moon in Gemini can express manifold emotions and feelings, and as another example. But again, it's a very positive these aspects are very auspicious and positive for being able to convey those emotions. And generally, you may have the energy and vitality, which is the ascendant, to attain the emotional needs, which is the moon. And especially if your ascendant is in a sign that has abundance of energy, that's energetic, such as Aries or Leo. Leo rising's energy may be nearly inexorable and indefatigable. You have, and in being able to attain the emotional needs, it could be very positive for that, and being able to do so with little or no difficulty. Now, another thing, as I was stating before, this could be a very good blending of the unconscious side, which is the moon, and the outer demeanor, which is the ascendant. They could be very much in harmony. If you have, say, Libra and Aquarius involved, it could be very positive because Libra is about intellectual sociability, being able to express and convey ideas, bounce ideas off other people. Aquarius is very, is about new ideas and concepts, ingenuity, being able to, express, very unique ideas and thoughts. And and it's really in both, Libra and Aquarius, of course, are outgoing, they're sociable, have literary abilities, so you have a very good blending there. Now, another thing too about these aspects is that you may easily care, which is the moon, for the environment, which is the ascendant. Now, if you have the ascendant in Taurus, it could be an environment that's very calm, peaceful, tranquil. Libra ascendant could have an environment that's very pristine, has harmony, that's refined. As some examples, but it shows a very good ability to care, for that environment if you do have one of these aspects in the natal chart. Now, also, this generally, as far as these aspects go, another way it could manifest is really generally being able to promote the positive feelings and the emotions, which is the moon. It's really, really, I should say, really being able to project those, very, easily. So, you know. If the moon is in Sagittarius, as an example, those emotions, feelings may be very exuberant, enthusiastic, very happy, humorous feelings, and also too that the mother and family, which is the moon, are likely compatible with those qualities that you readily and naturally express, which is the ascendant. Let's say if you have your ascendant in the zodiac sign Cancer, those qualities you naturally express can be ones that are, very caring, devoted, dedicated, tenacious, protective, even introverted, but sensitive qualities as well. And the mother and family may be very, really feel at home, with those qualities that are expressed outwardly. If you have your ascendant in Pisces, as another example, those qualities you naturally express can be ones that are compassionate, altruistic, forgiving, sacrificing, and idealistic, as another example. Now, people from your early childhood and prominent in that early childhood and a grandparent, which is the ascendant, may be in harmony, with that unconscious side, the inner personality, which is the moon. Let's say, the moon is in, let's say it's in Capricorn, as an example. That inner personality, the unconscious side, may be one that's very structured, disciplined, ambitious, career-oriented, one that's responsible, consistent, that has good, planning, powers of premeditation, and also mature and serious as well. Now, another thing about these aspects and how it may manifest in a natal chart, it could be that moon-related people may be in harmony and agreement with your outlook on life, which is the ascendant. Let's say if the ascendant is in Aries, as an example, your outlook on life can be one in which you simply, don't have or have very little physical fear of others, one in which you're not going to be intimidated, in which you're going to approach a life you're going to approach with a lot of courage and bravery, and doing things with little hesitation or procrastination, as an example. And also too, if you have the moon sextile or trine the ascendant in a natal chart, it could be expressed in really being able to respond easily. And the moon is about responding to physical related, which is the ascendant, issues. Now, let's say, if you have your ascendant, in Aquarius, physical related issues may be tied in, problems with the ankles, the shins, the calves, the nerves, circulation, as some examples. And you may very well, often be in that mood, which is the moon, to do things that are positive for your appearance, which is the ascendant. If the ascendant is in Virgo, as an example, it may just simply be dressing in a very neat manner, being very meticulous, in how you dress, making sure the shirt is tucked in, and very neat in terms of your appearance. Aquarius could be more of an eclectic, unique, kind of style if you have Aquarius rising as another example. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.